Our first piece is a fairly new addition to the channel, but of course a very, very well-known song. A classic, if you will, from the world of cartoons and movies, but of course based on a very, very old story by Rudyard Kipling. The Jungle Book. This is the Bare Necessities. It's a great song about just simplifying, just looking for the things in life that bring you joy. Whether it's a nice cup of tea, whether it's a slice of cake, whether it's a nice sing-song, or even just staring out the window sometimes. Just take time for yourself and look for the bare necessities, because that's what's important, isn't it? Let's start off today with this classic song. Here we go. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. When you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at the fancy ants, then maybe try a few. The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Yeah, man, I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Now when you pick a pawpaw or prickly pear, and you prick a raw paw the next time you wear, don't pick the prickly pear with the paw. When you pick a pear, try to use the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of the big paw. Have I given you a clue? The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. Yeah, man, I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities. One more time. The simple. Forget about your worries. I mean the bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities. With just the bare necessities. With just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, man. Great number. So much fun. Couldn't resist a little brass interlude there. If you listen to the original version, that's in there. There's a little nod to our new number, which is coming up very shortly. But first, well, it's time for the weather. Okay, it's over to Ben for the weather forecast. Here I'm standing in front of an enormous map, and I'm afraid, well, it's October here, late October here in the UK, and frankly, the weather is terrible. But as we can see from this song with words by Flanders and Swann, the weather's always terrible. It's just a matter of perspective. As Billy Connolly, the Scottish comedian, once said, there's no such thing as bad weather, there's just wrong clothes. I think Flanders and Swann would disagree. Here is a song of the weather. January brings the snow, makes your feet and fingers glow. February's ice and sleet freeze the toes right off your feet. Welcome March with wintry wind, would thou wert not so unkind. April brings the sweet spring showers, on and on for hours and hours. Farmers fear unkindly May, frost by night and hail by day. June just rains and never stops, 30 days and spoils the crops. In July the sun is hot. Is it shining? No, it's not. Typical. August cold and dank and wet, brings more rain than any yet. Bleak September's mist and mud is enough to chill the blood. Then October adds a gale, wind and slush and rain and hail. Dark November brings the fog, should not do it to a dog. Freezing wet December, then bloomin' January again. There's no getting away from it, folks. Round and round and round we go. And no matter what happens, the weather is almost certainly guaranteed to be terrible. That being said, except for the most part, when Home Choir's broadcasting, when the sun shines more often than not. We should market that. Someone get the government on the phone. Everyone needs to tune into Home Choir and the weather will be good for those brief periods of the week. Well, who knows? Now, we've got a new song for you today, and this one is one of my absolute all-time favourite comedy songs. I remember hearing this, I would have been 7 or 8 years old, and I laughed so hard I missed half it. I had to listen to it again and again and again. My mum had this one on a tape, cassette tape, and I pretty much wore that tape out just rewinding it and listening to this piece. Now, of course, it's based on Mozart's Horn Concerto. Now, the piece itself is rather iconic and rather unusually. I'm not going to teach you all the entire tune for the Mozart Horn Concerto, partly because that would take more than the rest of the rehearsal, and partly because it's one of those pieces that I think you've just got to listen to it, you've got to understand the story behind it, and then join in as you get to know it. And this is not going to be the last time that we sing this one on the channel. It's a bit like Lobachevsky. Okay, it's kind of got a patter song feel to it. The story goes that Flanders and Swann, Michael Flanders and Donald Swann, were listening to music one day, and they put a record of the Mozart Horn Concerto on, but the record player was set to the wrong speed. It should be da 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 da, and of course it came out faster. Da 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 da. And they had this idea for a song, which was all about someone who had bought a French horn and then had played it so much that we believe we know someone stole it. And this is the story. This is Ill Wind, with music by Herr Mozart, with words by Flanders and Swann. And this is the story. It goes like this. I once had a whim and I had to obey it, to buy a French horn in a second-hand shop. I polished it up and I started to play it in spite of the neighbours who begged me to stop. Now this is known as the tutti, where everyone plays together. To sound my horn, I had to develop my embouchure. I found my horn was a bit of a devil to play, so artfully wound to give you a sound, a beautiful sound, so rich and round. Oh, the hours I had to spend before I mastered it in the end. But that was yesterday, and just today I looked in the usual place. There was the case, but the horn itself was missing. Oh, where can it have gone? Hasn't anyone seen my horn? Oh, where can it have gone? What a blow. Now I know I'm unable to play my allegro. Who swiped that horn? I'll bet you a quid somebody did, knowing I found a concerto and wanted to play it, afraid of my talent for playing the horn. For early today, to my utter dismay, it had vanished away like the dew in the morn. Has anyone seen it? Come on, look under your chairs. Is it behind the sofa? Oh, singer's there. Okay. I've lost that horn. I know I was using it yesterday. I've lost that horn. Lost that horn. Found that horn gone. There's not much hope of getting it back, though I'd willingly pay a reward. I know some hearty folk whose party jokes pretending to hunt with the corn. Gone away, gone away. Was it one of them took it away? Will it kindly return that that horn? Where is the devil who pinched my horn? I shall tell the police I want that French horn back. I miss its music more and more and more. Without that horn, I'm feeling sad and so forlorn. Oh, oh, oh. I found a concerto and wanted to play it, displaying my talent for playing the horn. But early today, to my utter dismay, it had totally vanished away. Come on, one of you must have it. Who's got my... Is it you? No, wait, behind. Have you seen it? I practiced the horn and I wanted to play it, but somebody took it away. I practiced the horn and was longing to play it, but somebody took it away. My neighbour's asleep in his bed. I'll soon make him wish he were dead. I'll take up the tuba instead. Wah, wah. Apologies to any people out there who play the tuba, or indeed the euphonium. No offence meant. And if anyone has found that horn, please do send it to us in a stamped addressed envelope, okay, care of Home Choir Towers. You know the address, just send it through and you have our huge thanks. You know, no judgments. In fact, what we might do is we'll just turn off the lights, all right? I'm just going to turn off the lights for a minute. And when I turn the lights back up, I expect the horn to be where I left it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No? Okay. I'll keep an eye out. We'll have to sing that one again. Hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of silliness for your Fun Friday. And now we're going to sing a couple of songs really just about looking out at the future, taking life as it comes. I can see clearly now it might be terrible weather outside, but you can always take the sunshine with you. Let's have a bit of Jimmy Cliff, everyone. Here's I Can See Clearly Now. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. That's 2. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. There we go. I know we sang Song of the Weather is all about how miserable the weather can be. There's a nice little counterbalance to it, isn't it? Singing a bit of Jimmy Cliff. Do you know, if you want to feel better in your life, you've got a lot going on, you really can do a lot worse than putting on some music by Jimmy Cliff. Some upbeat, joyous reggae. Pieces like I Got a Hard Road to Travel, the Harder They Fall. These are brilliant songs, and there's just such a wonderful spirit to the man's voice. Absolutely amazing. So if you are in need of a pickup, and if you haven't necessarily felt picked up by Fun Friday, and of course, who wouldn't? But still, if you want a little bit extra, go and listen to some Jimmy Cliff. And also listen to some Bobby McFerrin, because he's another absolute genius. And this is a song that we've really only been doing for the last 6 months or so. I can't get enough of it. You might have noticed it pops up with increasing regularity because it's just so incredibly well written and the message is so, so powerful. This is Don't Worry, Be Happy. Again, no matter what's going on in your life, if you can, sing, spend time with friends, have a nice cup of tea, stare out the window, whatever it is that brings you joy. Don't worry, be happy. This is our last one for today, everyone. Let's get that smile on our face, everyone. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note, but don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ain't got no place to lay your head. Somebody came and took your bed. But don't worry. Be happy. Landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile. But don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Is your stream frozen? Don't worry, it'll soon pass. It's just YouTube. Don't worry, be happy now. You got a problem? Don't worry about it. Look at me. I'm happy. You're happy. We're happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Now, I could be wrong. I think there's a subliminal message hidden in there somewhere. It's subtle, but I think it's about being happy. I could be wrong. I'm expecting all sorts of angry emails disagreeing that I've missed the point, but I think That's basically what Bobby McFerrin is saying. And that is why we do our Fun Friday shows, to make you smile at the end of your busy week. No matter what's going on in your life, the joy of singing together wherever you are, well, it puts a smile on your face.